can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt. All them mother drank and smoked while they was pregnant. That's why they're so angry. Because who the fuck is angry? You supposed to be angry at him that did this. Not, that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it.
Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with and what he looked like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child.
Y'all, not Karlissa, Blueface's own mama, coming through with the receipts to confirm what fans have been saying for months. Chrisean's baby might actually have a disability, and it looks like she's been covering up this whole time. Listen, y'all, fans have been side-eyeing the situation for a while now, pointing out that something just seems a little bit off with the baby. But every time someone brought it up, Chrisean snapped, called them haters, telling them to mind their business, and even accusing people of trying to put bad energy on her child. Even Blueface himself tried to sound the alarm, but Chrisean wasn't having it. Well, Karlissa might just have hit her limit with the mess because she just leaked the baby's actual medical records. And let me tell you, the diagnosis is sad. So what exactly did she reveal? Did she just prove that Chrisean did something to the baby? And why has Chrisean been fighting so hard to keep him from getting medical help? Y'all, we got to break this down and expose the truth and the lies. Okay, so everybody knows that Blueface's mom, Karlissa, does not like Chrisean like at all. But I don't think anybody thought that she would actually go this far. It's almost like she has transferred her dislike of Chrisean to the baby, because speaking on your grandbaby like this is just wild, especially knowing what the internet has been saying about this child. Karlissa recently went live on Instagram to talk about the first time she met Junior and how she could immediately tell that there was something wrong with the baby.
When I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, you ain't, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt. But you know what I said? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. If he can laugh and he can cry and he can smile, he can still be a joy in this world. My first time seeing him, I never seen him whoop before. I never seen what they saw. I literally thought this whole time that maybe people's fans was doing something to the pictures or, you know, making it not. I didn't believe it the whole time. I just was like, nah, you know, John said there was a couple things going on, but he didn't say it was to that extent.
She also talked about how she was willing to be a supportive grandmother to Junior and how she was prepared to love him no matter what.
Well, it don't matter. It wouldn't matter to me at all, one bit. He will be around this mother in a chair that sits him up. I will go buy the best stuff for him. I will go buy the best chair that sits him up. I will be calling India and France and Rome, trying to figure out what machine we can get to work what. We will be chopping that down, but no.
Now, when she made this video, Chrisean played saying that Karlissa was coming for her for no reason, and this sent Karlissa off. She went live yet again and accused Chrisean of being the reason Junior has some disabilities, allegedly.
All them mother drank and smoked while they was pregnant. That's why they're so angry. Because who the fuck is angry? You supposed to be angry at him that did this. Not, that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it. Then y'all want to hop on here I'm talking about my grandbaby. No, I'm talking about the trifling mammy.
Y'all, this pretty much confirmed what people have been suspecting about the baby having some fetal alcohol syndrome. Now, y'all know that we don't shame over here, but at the same time, we see what people are saying, that Chrisean might have did some not so good things when she was pregnant with Junior. She openly drank and smoked to the point that her family grew concerned for her health and the baby's. And in response to their concern, she pretty much said that she didn't care.
I woke up today knowing I don't want a child no more. I don't want no fucking kid no more. I don't think I want to be a Blueface girlfriend.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just gonna get no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
He should do it because it's cold. No fucking liquor.
So it kind of seemed like she didn't want to keep the baby at first and planned to get rid of it. This would explain her comments as well as her actions. It kind of sounds like she only changed her mind at the last minute and chose to keep it. But then she kept drinking and smoking even after she chose to keep Junior. Jr. Blueface even claimed that she was smoking all the way to the hospital. He tweeted, "He smoked a blunt on the way to the hospital. He was finna do a concert smoking before labor. You smoked your way to birth. You don't think I can get the kid for real? I have no intentions to take the baby, but if you're not showing the right signs, I will do what's best." He also said, "My son is not healthy because she drank, smoked, and got hit her whole pregnancy. She couldn't even take 1 month off." He then revealed that the baby had a hernia and that for some reason Chrisean was dragging her feet about getting it corrected. He posted a completely inappropriate picture of Junior's privates and wrote, "This what my son D look like, and she worried about me and little baby? Like, B, get your son C right, then do what you want." Then Blueface made the situation even 10 times worse when he tweeted, "It's my son. I'll post his D if I want to. Who gonna tell me not to? Squabble up or shut up." Absolutely vile, because the picture was taken down by Twitter for obvious reasons, but this didn't make Blueface stop. He went on a long rant on Twitter saying stuff like, "Baby still ain't got surgery for his hernia. She lying talking about he healthy. She steady on here talking about me and my C. Fix our son C first, then go find somebody else to ride. Everyone tag her on this post, her page, whatever y'all gotta do to make this happen so I can stop being the topic of her live." He also exposed Chrisean for doing nose candy when he tweeted, "I try to do the right thing to keep it private, but this girl going on and on. Leave me alone, you crack baby. She is a bad mother. Yes, she's unfit. She been pushing the surgery back, missing the appointment so she can do whatever she wants. I went to Baltimore thinking it's surgery, but they talking about she missed the appointment." However, Chrisean claimed that the reason Blueface did all that because he was trying to take the baby away from her. She said, "Blue knows his appointment is already set with his surgeon. Don't sit here and lie now. I've been making it to all of his appointments in Baltimore. Blueface, now you pull that card trying to get my kid taken away from me, knowing I'm actually doing my best? I need y'all to back the F up for real, serious. I'd be glad when they take your goofy self away with that temp case. Worry about that probation officer that's trying to send you to jail." She also claimed that she was going to press charges of her own against Blueface for exposing their son, but that never happened.
So Blueface, you're gonna go to jail, bro. Like, being a free man right now. Like, appreciate the time you got right now, because nigga, you're not finna be roaming the world like you thought you was going to be roaming the world. Like,
it was at this moment that fans started to sit up and pay attention, and that was when people started to notice that there was actually something wrong. Fans slowly started to turn against her and slammed her for her actions. It's still crazy how fans turned against Chrisean like that. I mean, real fast, because everybody was rooting for her when she announced that she was pregnant. Now, if y'all know anything about Chrisean, then you know that she can be a little bit cray-cray. She and Blueface have been in an insanely toxic situationship for about 5 years now, and she just keeps wilding out. A lot of people kind of gave up on her, and some even went as far as to call her a lost cause. However, in the first couple of weeks after she announced her pregnancy, it was looking like she would sit up and fix her behavior. She talked a lot of game about how she was leaving her past behind and how she was going to break up with Blueface and raise Chrisean Jr. by herself and all that. She said all the right things in this post where she wrote, "When I see the face of what was growing inside of me, I had to pray the fear away of being a mommy. It's super overwhelming because this pregnancy was planned, but now he don't see a future with me no more. We both done things to each other that we lost trust, so I was left with the option, but terminating? I was surprised I'm that far along that it's no turning back from being a mommy. I instantly fell in love when I saw the face and heard the heartbeat." So she basically confirmed the suspicions that she was planning to get rid of it, which is why she kept drinking. She also talked about how she was committed to healing and how the baby was giving her a second chance to fix herself. She wrote, "The bad thoughts like, I don't want to be rock no more. I don't want to be famous. I messed up. I should have stayed in school. But I had to separate my heartbreak from the biggest thing that I prayed for in the beginning. I'm not gonna move out of fear. I'm okay with moving on. I'm okay with letting go anything that's not for me. Having a child won't stop me from making money. Learning, developing more love and time for myself. I don't need $1 from anyone to be here for this child. I'm blessed and highly favored, so that's the only thing that matters right now. I can't wait to show my journey through the ups and downs in this experience. Through it all, I'm gonna win." She also claimed that she was cutting Blueface off. She said, Telling him no today was a step, but how do you get rid of a soul tie? I really had to take a step back because still giving a part of me to him is effed up to my son. How I let a man that don't want to be a father to my only son still nut in me? Man, then this man texted me today and I almost fell for that ish. Like, what the F am I doing for real? She continued, I'm looking at my son like, hold up, cut the selfish, immature ish out. Oh, y'all, I'm so disappointed in myself right now. Hey, Blue, go F yourself. Stop hitting me, bruh. Go find another bee to cream on you. Plus, homie, that ish is unsafe and unsanitary. You gonna F around and get an HIV the way you move. She then said, oh God, let me start wanting this, Lord. Please free me from myself. I pray for my strength to stay disciplined, and I pray for strength because having a child and knowing that this father don't want anything to do with them is a tough thing to accept. So instead of doing what's hard, I settled for the short end of the stick. She also refused to have him in the room with her when she gave birth. She explained the reason behind this, saying, I simply ain't invite him. I went to my city to have my child. None of you weird people ain't finna be around my son. I'm all he got. I'm gonna do everything I can to protect him from hate and jealousy or anything. His name is Chrisean, and he will be loved and respected. She also posted, I can't wait to reveal the leveling up, the new everything. I can't wait to fly back to LA after healing and moving into my new home. I'm pressing play on new beginnings, new music, and movies. I'm just beyond grateful. Well, y'all, the fans was eating all that up and we believed her. We was rooting for her and that her wild days were behind her. Of course, some people had their doubts that she could never change, but hey, motherhood has been known to change even the wildest of us, so it had to be possible. Unfortunately, though, it didn't take long for her to convert to her old ways. She started acting out again, and it didn't take fans long to grow concerned for Junior, which is when the speculations about him possibly having a disability started. The suspicions started during Chrisean's wild Instagram live last January, where she was defending her decision to tattoo Blueface mugshot on her face. In the background, Junior's crying sounded different, like there had to be something wrong.
It wasn't in relations with Blue. We were still rough, on and off, whatever case may be. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Right? When they start talking, saying or subliminally saying stuff or doing an actual interview and start talking, that's different.
And fans also noticed a respirator machine in one of her pictures. There's this other video where he was crying and Chrisean knew it sounded weird, so she tried to play it off like he was just laughing.
Why are you laughing
Then there was this growing concern about whether Junior might have had a visual impairment. In several videos, he often appeared to stare off into space without much eye movement or reaching for objects the way that most babies his age would. While he was able to hold his head up, his overall behavior didn't quite align with the typical development milestones, leading fans to question if everything was okay. And of course, as a mother, Chrisean got defensive over it, and she went live to claim that her son was perfectly fine.
Louisiana chicken pasta, and we got the baby mashed potatoes. Let's pray for the food. Look at his shirt too. Say Jesus.
Oh, that's great.
Baby, that's his name though. That's his middle name.
Jesus?
Yeah.
That's cool. Chrisean Jesus Malone. That's a famous name right there.
We'll be talking, walking, playing football, everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with and what he looked like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. If you talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this, bro.
Things got even more serious at his first birthday because it was clear that he could not walk nor stand on his own. She did a good job of propping him up on her legs like he was standing, but everybody could see through it. Now, I know that children develop at different paces and that every child walks before their first birthday, but given the previous concerns about the child, it's not surprising that fans took it as a sign that something was wrong. But that's not all, because Chrisean's former friend Janet claimed that Chrisean was in denial about Junior's situation. She claimed that she tried to get Junior help, but Chrisean refused.
Janet, why didn't you convince her to help Junior? I did. My cousin is a specialist. I did the best I could. My cousin works with autistic children. She works one-on-one with all kinds of children. It don't matter if you're autistic, if you're not, if you're regular children. We offered the help as much as we can. My cousin literally has her BA in all of this. It's when people are in denial of stuff, it's you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality. I get, oh, we're all prayed up, we just have faith, but faith comes with work. You just can't have faith and just sit around and have faith. It's you got to put the work in too. That's how God is going to repay you. If you put the work in, not just gossiping around other people and be oh.
But that's not even the half of it, y'all, because Chrisean also fell out with her best friend Marsh because Marsh wanted to take Junior to the hospital. Back when Chrisean was locked up and Marsh was taking care of Junior, Chrisean found out that Marsh was trying to get help for Junior, and she flipped out. In leaked texts between Marsh and a friend, she said she got mad because when she called from jail, I told her I can keep Junior. She kept promising me all this money and stuff, but days was going by and nothing in my Cash App. Junior had nothing but the clothes on his back, no milk because he can't eat food, no blanket, no car seat, no clothes, no shoes, no bottles, no nothing. I bought as much as I could, but I still have my own kid to take care of. It was hard. I just feel like a real friend would have looked out for me, especially because I had her baby. She continued, and when I had my sister babysit him so I could take some clients to make my rent money, my sis was saying she was going to take him to the hospital because he kept spitting up. So when Chrissy called and I told her, and she went crazy on me and had Smiley come get him from my sis. Yeah, y'all, it was seeming like Chrisean was really trying to hide her son's condition to the point where she wouldn't even get him medical help. Now, to show how crazy it was, Marsha claimed that Chrisean went to great lengths to stage photo shoots to convince fans that Junior was fine. Marsha said she used to be in that, exposing Chrisean Reddit every day. She had notifications on anytime someone posted in there, and she would be the first to see it. If you pay attention to her lives, you can hear the Reddit notifications going off. I will be doing her lashes, and she will be showing me posts from Reddit and saying stuff like they saying he can't walk and he can't hold himself up. I'm gonna post a picture of him in his walker later. I will be like Chrissy, he can't though. And she would say I gotta make them think he can't, otherwise they gonna be saying he messed up because I was drinking. But I wasn't even drinking that much. She's sick, bruh. Now, there have also been reports of how she photoshops Junior's pictures to make him look better and more normal in pictures to convince fans. And y'all, wouldn't it just be easier to get the child some real medical help? And to put it into perspective how she's committed to being in denial, she's still allegedly not getting him help. She attended an event recently with Junior and he could barely hold his head up even though he's almost 2 years old. So with all this, Karlissa's comments seem to seal the deal, proving what we've been suspecting for a while now. And before y'all start talking about how Karlissa is speaking up because she cares for the baby, honestly, I don't think that's true. Y'all remember when Chrisean got arrested when she went to Blueface's hearing, right? Karlissa and Blueface's father were both there, but neither one of them wanted to take the baby. In fact, they got into a fight to not take the baby, even though they knew it meant that he would have to temporarily go into foster care.
Okay? And March not. I've been in there for fucking time where was needed. Only. Y'all mind thinking I'm just a fucking babysitter? My job ain't no fucking babysitter, goddammit.
But that's what everybody looked at you at on the internet.
Shit, whatever.
But what you here for? Because my son got out the fuck with you today.
Not about you. Not trying to make it about this baby. It's about Jonathan today.
Bullshit.
This is just a really sad situation, and it's hard to not feel sad for the baby. Imagine having Chrisean for a mom, Blueface for a dad, and then Karlissa as a grandmother. It's a recipe for disaster. But y'all, I gotta know what y'all think about this. Drop your thoughts and comments below, and then check out the next video.